What's going on, guys? My name is Ian and today we're talking about safe jumps. Safe jump is a tactic that can happen after landing certain knockdown attacks. The opponent will be stuck on the ground, giving us enough time to jump, attack, and land safely. If we time this correctly, our safe jump will be able to counter hit the opponent's buttons and keep us safe if they DP'd or supered. For the example, I'm using Soul because he is a 3-frame normal with his 5k, and he has a frame 1 DP, whichever one you want to use. So why is this important? As we can see, a safe jump can give us a low risk setup to cover multiple options with a potentially big payout. Now, the next thought to have is, what if my opponent just blocks? This is actually the first goal in a safe jump. We want to create a situation where our opponent is afraid to do things so that we can start to add extra layers on our safe jump. For instance, going for an empty low, a throw, or an air dash jump attack. These actions are not guaranteed, but are layers that we can start to add on so that my opponent has to think about multiple different options that I have. The next thing that I want to bring up are the most important situations to learn our safe jumps from. The 3 basic ones that I think every player should know come from our sweep, our throws, and wall break. The next thing to consider is that not every character gets every single option covered from all these situations. A character might be stronger after a sweep than they are after a mid-screen throw than they are compared to a corner throw. Understanding what your character can do with these 3 different options is very important. The last thing that I want to bring up is that there's a lot of nuance when it comes to these situations. An opponent can act unpredictable, or they can be very predictable. Understanding that this is setting up a precedent to tell them that they can't do certain things without being punished is the most important factor. It is layer 1 in setting up my offense that allows me to go to layer 2 or layer 3, depending on how my opponent reacts. If my opponent is getting punished, staying at the basic safe jump is the best option. If they are doing different options to get around it, that's when it's my turn to start changing up my plan. Finding the balance of when I'm going to decide to do something is one of my favorite parts of fighting games, and this is how I like to set up the most basic RPS that me and my opponent have to think about. If you liked the video and you learned something, be on the lookout for more. This is Ian.